Unbearable mother-in-law, please help. I'm a new mom and have been with my husband for a few years. When we first got together, his mom and I had a good relationship, even met for coffee a few times alone, and used to text. Looking back, she was almost too nice, and it seems fake if that makes sense. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but as soon as I got pregnant, something switched. She told my husband she felt like she was bothering me, so she stopped making any effort. She used the excuse that it took me a few hours to text her back during pregnancy, so she never texted me again. But I tried to include her and the in-laws in my pregnancy with updates. I have a feeling she got upset she didn't get her way during my pregnancy. She demanded to be in the delivery room and wanted to attend doctor's appointments, but when I said no, she seemed upset by that. One of her own children has cut her off, and I've seen her post stuff about how my mother-in-law is a narcissist. After the baby arrived, she's been awful to be around and seems to be trying to assert her dominance and downplay my role as a mom. She invites herself over to our home 1 to 2 times a week, and while she's here, makes nasty comments that seem to fly over my husband's head. She just has awful energy, and I feel sick after these visits, but I don't trust her without me around due to her not respecting boundaries. I don't feel comfortable letting my husband bring the baby to her home or leaving the house while she's here. I asked them not to kiss the baby, and she completely ignored that boundary. She's also made so many weird comments to me. Just to give you an idea, she's commented on my weight and looks during pregnancy. She told me she's surprised I'm doing such a good job as a mom because I'm not as mature as my husband on my first Mother's Day. Gives unsolicited advice, refused to give my baby back while crying. I've started grabbing him back now. 1 month postpartum, she told me I need to start cooking and came over to give me a cooking lesson. During this, she started talking about my husband's ex-fiance and told me she wants to come live next door to us to be closer to the baby. She comes into her home and immediately tries to snatch the baby, which often upsets him. It feels like she has no regard for me or even wants a relationship with me anymore. She's just trying to have a do-over baby. On top of this, she's been overbearing on top of this. The first couple of weeks postpartum, she overstayed her visits and was of zero help. Even called herself Mama once before I confronted my husband, and thankfully it never happened again. Today she came over and I was really trying my hardest to be nice. She was holding the baby and asked, "Is Mom taking good care of you?" Her tone was so nasty. I was fuming. Then later on, she was holding him again and was watching me in the kitchen. She made a joke that he needs to be watching her instead of me. I am 100% aware I have a husband problem. I've had many discussions with him surrounding his mother and even told him I see divorce in our future if I have to keep dealing with his mom's behavior without his defending me. I truly feel she's a narcissist and has also recruited my sister-in-laws to go against me as well because they've been rude and excluding me since I got pregnant. My husband has confronted his mom several times, but she cries crocodile tears and guilt trips him. We're considering moving about an hour away, which would lessen her visits, but I just feel so angry at how I've been treated postpartum and her lack of respect for me as a mom, especially because she has several children and knows how it feels. I've completely stopped reaching out to her and only see her when she comes over, but I am losing my mind. My husband is the golden retriever type and sees no wrong in anyone ever, which I love but hate in this situation. He has definitely distanced himself from her and his family somewhat, but I feel trapped knowing she will come at least once a week and stay for hours. Please help. Edited to add, thankfully, she never comes over to visit while my husband is not home, but the visits are still brutal. She has my husband's location and checks to see when he's home so she can drop by.
Definitely consider very strongly moving because I think that's a great idea to protect your peace. Why are there so many mother-in-laws that act like this? Like, why are there? And then the sister-in-laws chiming in.
Oh, she's got narrative control with them. Who cares about them?
I want to know if the other child that is no contact with mother-in-law is another son. Because I feel like mother-in-law is trying to, like, the backhanded compliments, the pettiness, the passive-aggressive bullshit. Like, it is taxing, and it's hard to be around people like that, and it really does. In order for this to go successful, though, hubby's going to have to step up.
We got to talk about hubby, and OP knows she has a hubby problem, but
when you're postpartum and having to deal with all this, like, and it's not even your mom, this is your husband's mom. One, turn off the location. And make sure that she checks with both of you before coming over because it's both of your homes. It's not just your husband's home. Your husband has to put a stop to this. Like, this is not something that you should have to do or need to do because it's going to cause even more drama if she is the one that has to put her foot down.
Okay, so we have to address this because Opie knows this, and Opie has even told hubby this, who has made some effort. He has made improvements here, but Opie has gone as far to say, "I see divorce in our future if I have to keep dealing with this." Here's the big problem I see with this, Opie. It's a moving goalpost, right? Right now, it's a, if I have to keep doing it, not a, if it happens after X date, or if it happens one more time, or there has to be some finality there. It has to be a SMART goal, right? It has to be definite, because right now it's very vague. If I have to keep dealing with this for how long? 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, 2 days? You haven't specified. So he's been able to get away with not 100% fixing it, because you left a little bit of wiggle room in how you're communicating it to him. So get specific first. And also, when you get specific in that communication to him, make sure you communicate the things that have to stop happening. Yes, she comes over 1 to 2 times per week because she's tracking his location. He still has to be the one to open the door. He still has to be the one to let her in the house. Guests in your home are a 2 yes, 1 no vote structure. She is not allowed in the house if you say no. That's how it should be, because your tactic to this point has not worked. You have to be 100%. This is specifically what has to happen. And if it doesn't, we will get divorced. And that's it.